last week around the world. Last week we saw the most interesting news, oddities, and curiosities from around the world. I'm here to explain them to you in the most entertaining way possible. So, shall we dive in? Number 1. Have you ever wondered if, after we die, our bodies could be carefully preserved somewhere, and maybe in the future, when the next generation develops the technology to revive the dead, we could come back to life with our safely preserved bodies? Well, it is with this very concept that a startup company has been launched in Germany. It is the world's first cryopreservation startup called Tomorrow Bio. Their business model is as follows. After a person dies, a special ambulance team arrives to safely store the body at minus 196 degrees Celsius. They remove the body's fluids and fill it with cryoprotectants. The body is then placed in liquid nitrogen to freeze it. Sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? But there are already 6 bodies and 5 pet bodies preserved here. In addition, 650 people have registered to have their bodies preserved after they die. There are 2 price options. If you want to preserve the whole body, it costs $220,000, and if you just want to preserve the brain, it costs $81,000. If this really works and we can bring the dead back to life, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? Number 2. Everybody knows that Afghanistan is under Taliban rule. Their rules are extremely strict, and if anyone breaks the Islamic laws they follow, they are severely punished. Recently, the Taliban government suspended 280 policemen for not following a simple rule. What was that rule, you ask? The policemen didn't grow beards. Yes, you heard that right. The Taliban are very proud of their culture. According to the Islamic and Sharia law they follow, growing a beard is a very sacred act for people there. Whatever the situation or profession, they believe strongly in their religious traditions and enforce them. In 2022, they even banned women from attending universities. According to their Sharia law, it is also wrong for women to pursue higher education. Even if they have the desire to study, women there are helpless. Number 3. Since the advent of artificial intelligence, AI, it seems that human privacy is non-existent. Until recently, every word we spoke was being silently listened to by Google or various apps on our phones without us even realizing that they're still listening. Didn't get it? Have you ever noticed that if you're talking to a friend about how hungry you are and what you're going to have for lunch today, and you talk about it for just 2 minutes, you immediately get a notification from a food app? Or if you're talking about bank credit cards, you suddenly get a call saying you're eligible for a free credit card for life, or you've been pre-approved for credit. These things don't happen by chance. They're not by chance at all. It's part of a well-planned strategy where these apps listen to our needs and send us notifications accordingly. Up to this point, it may seem fine, but what if these apps start accessing our phone cameras and secretly watching what we're doing? Imagine you've put your phone on a table, you're watching a video, and you start to change your clothes. At that moment, some apps could be operating your camera without your knowledge or consent, secretly watching you. Scary just to think about, right? Do you use Snapchat? Recently, a girl sent a snap to her friends. Before the snap reached her friend, it went to Snapchat's server, where the AI looked at the photos. The girl then received a reply from the Snapchat AI saying, "The baby in your hands looks very cute." The girl was stunned. She immediately uninstalled Snapchat because at the time she sent the photo, she was holding her baby. That's because the app constantly monitors your phone's camera. So, if you're a Snapchat user, be careful. Whenever you install an app and it asks for permission, think twice before accepting. Ask yourself if the app really needs access to your contacts, camera, and microphone. Be careful, be safe. Friends, do you think that reading one very interesting story can change a person's life? Do you think that reading this story to your children can teach them the values they need in life? Do you think that any problem you're facing or will face in the future can be solved by reading a story? Yes, it's possible. Only with the greatest epic ever told in the history of mankind. It's the Mahabharata. This story is 100 times more incredible than any blockbuster film. It's a challenge. The complete story of the Mahabharata, written in the words of Vikram Aditya, is available in 2 parts, both as a book and an ebook, on Amazon and 43 other online stores. This book is available in 54 languages worldwide. I've included the links in the description below this video so you can order it right away, because it's not just a book, it's the library of life you need. Number 4. Even though the world is so advanced, there are still some diseases for which we haven't found a vaccine. US pharmaceutical companies have been trying to develop a vaccine against cancer for many years. Finally, in the year 2022, they succeeded in finding this vaccine. In the year 2023, they carried out phase 1 clinical trials, and it was a great success. In the year 2024, they moved on to phase 2 clinical trials, and the results shocked them. The vaccine worked much better than they had expected. This vaccine, like the COVID-19 vaccine, works on the body's immune system. It identifies the cancer cells in the body, attacks them, and kills the tumor cells. Currently, this vaccine is proving very effective against melanoma, lung cancer, and breast cancer. The side effects are similar to those of general vaccines, such as fever and tiredness, but nothing more. They plan to have this vaccine on the market by the year 2026. Number 5. When a problem arises in the human body and an organ is damaged, it can cause immense suffering and in some cases, even death. Those with money can try to replace organs, but those without often have no choice but to accept their fate. That's why scientists have long been working on an experiment to ensure that people can live happily as long as they are alive. Now they have succeeded in this experiment by creating synthetic organs. These synthetic organs work just like our natural body parts. Without the need for donors, anyone with a problem that requires a replacement body part can simply order the organ they need, just like ordering something on Amazon. What is more, these organs are created using bioengineering technology and contain stem cells from our own bodies. This means that there is no chance of these synthetic organs being rejected by the body. So how are they designed? They take the dimensions of the required organ, design it in 3D, and then use 3D printers to make a replica of the artificial organ. They insert the necessary stem cells into these organs to make them function like our natural body parts. Finally, the organ is implanted into the body. It really is an amazing invention, isn't it? Number 6. Have you seen Jurassic Park? It was the first time the world saw what a dinosaur could look like. The species of dinosaur first shown in the film are called sauropods. They were huge, both in height and size, but they were herbivores, eating only plants. For the past decade, scientists have been searching for fossils in southwest France. Recently, they discovered a 6.6 meter long bone. After studying it, they identified it as a piece of thigh bone from a sauropod that lived around 140 million years ago. This single piece of bone weighs 500 kilograms. Imagine how much the whole dinosaur would have weighed. Paleontologists have carefully preserved this precious find. Number 7. When we're not sure where we're going, we often use Google Maps. We also use it to check if there's heavy traffic, road closures, or other such information. But a funny thing happened in Chennai. A man named Santosh Sivan was traveling using Google Maps when a message suddenly appeared. Police are near Phoenix Mall. Wear your helmet. Why did it show that? Because someone had put the location on the map as a joke, knowing that the police regularly stop vehicles there. This caused Google Maps to display the warning. When Santosh Sivan posted a screenshot of it on Twitter, it went viral. People in the comments joked, if Google actually started showing live updates like this, it would be one of the best social services ever. Number 8. Humans have always been curious about what lies beneath the water and above the sky and are constantly exploring. South America is home to rare animals and the Amazon rainforest, and it has long been suspected that mysterious tribes live there. Now this has been confirmed. For hundreds of years, we didn't even know that such a tribe existed on Earth. They have been named the Mashiro Tribe. These tribal people look exactly like the primitive people we read about in old books. They are the largest uncontacted tribe in the world. They have been spotted playing near the Las Piedras River in Peru. Friends, let's meet again next Monday evening at 5 p.m. If you haven't already, order the Mahabharata book I've written. I've included the links in the description below this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so immediately. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.